record on this. Sitting down on the dock and I was like, what's going on with you? Like you feel all over the place, you feel overwhelmed. Like I feel like I haven't been doing enough and that I'm everywhere and all over the place. And this is such like a common feeling I think that we all get, especially around summertime. But I think also too, like after just like months of, you know, a lot happening in the world, right? Like we all have had just crazy things happening. And so I think that overwhelm becomes a thing. And so I was like, that's what I'm going to talk about tonight. Because if that's how I feel and I'm in the trenches and I'm doing this, then I'm sure that that's how other people are feeling too. And I love that quote that's like, overwhelm is when your actions don't line up with what you told the universe that you want. And it's so true. And I think that, it is completely a mindset thing. And, we can get so wrapped up in our heads and start telling ourselves that like, oh my gosh, I haven't posted for a while, right? So then you start thinking about like the perfect post to put up and you start worrying about like the fact that you haven't been consistent with your posts. And then you get so tangled up in that analysis that you like don't post anything, right? And so then it just continues the pattern. Or you haven't been reaching out, and so now you've got those nervous like, ugh, I don't even know what to say, I don't know what I'm inviting to, what should my message be, who am I even talking to? And then that like holds you back. Or then you're like, well, I'll just, I'll take some time and I'll just start following some other people and look what they're doing and see what's working for them right now. And then you like bury yourself and you take all of that time looking at what other people are doing, which inevitably then leads to like comparison. And then you're like thinking that you have to do it this way. You're not doing it good enough. Oh, I should try this. I should try that. And again, then you don't do anything, right? And so you get so stuck up here that it's all up in your mind. And then you're not taking any action. And that's why you have that feeling of overwhelm. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about that, about why we get that way, and then like some action steps that you can take to get out of it. Because I know, that like even when I'm in that space, like I'll wake up in the morning and be like, oh my God, you're not as far along as you want to be in your business right now. Oh my God, like this, you only have this many months left in the year. Like you're not where you need to be in order to hit elite. Oh my God, like you're only, you know what I mean? Like you haven't been paying attention to it. What if your income's going to drop? Or all of those things go through my head. I'm a psychopath at times. And I have to remind myself and stop myself that like, and just say like, this isn't true. Like, I am willing to see this differently and I'm willing to change my behaviors. And so one of the best things that we can do is stop ourselves, say that we're willing to look at it differently, and then ask ourselves what we're actually in control of in the moment. What is it that we can do in that moment? So the first thing I did was I did a workout, because that number one is going to change my state. It's going to change my state of mind. It's going to change my energy. It's going to get rid of some of that anxiety. It's going to shift everything for me. And from there, I'm going to see things a lot more clearly. I'm going to let go of some of the emotional baggage that's attached to like whatever I was just freaking out about, let go of some of that anxiety and come at it from a much different space. And with that clear head, the second thing I do is I sit down and I put together a to-do list. And so that's what I did today. And I walked down to the dock and I just sat there and I was like, what do you need to do? What are the actions that you need to do and the actions that you can take right now that are going to get you to that space? And so, you guys, there's actually a book, and I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's called Essentialism. It's a book that's all about that, like making the most important things happen and like getting rid of the fluff and not really worrying about the rest of the bullshit. And so what I do is I sit down and I take my list and I just dump, like I brain dump, like this is what I need to do. And I'll even share, I don't know if I brought my list out here. I don't think I did, but I'll share with you guys some of the stuff that I put on my list. So it's check in with the new people that you've signed up in the last 6 months and ask them if they're interested in coaching. Reach out to the people who are inactive in your downline and see if they're interested in getting in a challenge group, or maybe they're potentially interested in your sneak peek. Follow up with everybody on your TeamZ follow-up list or your regular follow-up list. Make sure you check in on your hot list. Make sure that you send out invites. Make sure that you go over to, your followers and 531 them. Make sure that you like put up a post today. You should put up a story that's a call to action. You should do this. You should do that. You should do this, right? And I brain dump it all on there. Check in with your BOD customers whose subscriptions are coming up. Reach out to the customer leads that you have. Check in with your team cup group. Check in with your challenge group. Talk to the people in your team page. Like the list goes on and on and on and on and on. And at the end of the day, it's like, can I fit all of this into one day? I mean, if I wanted to just sit at my computer for like 10 hours, probably. but can I fit that all into one day? And how is that going to make me feel energetically? And if the answer to that question is you're going to feel completely freaking drained, so you're probably going to postpone things the next 2 days too, right? Because now you don't want to do any of that either, then it's not worth it. But if I can sit there and look at the list and be like, okay, what are the actions that I can take right now that are going to make me feel like I am in a space where I am doing the best that I can to get to where I want to in terms of my goals? And I highlight those. And so, of course, the major theme there is going to be to make sure that I am sending out some invites, checking in and following up with my people and putting up a post and like doing the bare essentials, right? Your vital behaviors, your workout, your shake, all of that stuff. That's all going to be the stuff that's going to help you move forward. And so, when I feel like it's kind of like, paralysis by analysis. Like if we start looking all over the place and start thinking about what we're overwhelmed about, and then we take up so much energy thinking about that, that if we just dump it on a list and then choose like the actions that are going to get us there the fastest, then we can feel so much better about it. And then it opens us up to get even more done. And then also the second thing I do is I start taking control of my mornings. So I know that many of you do the same, but I do know that like we can get away from it by being like, oh, I want more sleep, or oh, like I just don't feel like it today, or I'll get it in later. But the thing is on those days, I always feel rushed. I start feeling overwhelmed. I start feeling like I'm behind because I didn't give myself that time for myself to actually do everything I need to refill my cup with my meditation, with my workout, with my everything, and making my list and doing the top priorities on my list first so that everything else is bonus throughout the day. And so those are two of the ways that I combat it. So working out, or three of the ways: working out, to-do list, and then taking charge of my actual mornings. But it's mostly, you guys, it's just the action. Like we put off reaching out, and then reaching out gets scary. But the second that we start reaching out and you get that one person that says, "Oh, I'm interested," or "What is that about?" It changes your entire mood. It changes your entire energy. And then you're willing to reach out more, and then you get to see more people saying yes. And so those are a few of the things that I've been doing. Um, and really, like, I just wanted to, just share with you guys, like, that it seems so simple, but I think sometimes we just need to be reminded that we have to go back to the basics and control the controllable and stop worrying about the crap that we can't control. I can't control if somebody else is going to work their business. I can control if I talk to more people and find more people who want to build with me. I can't control if somebody falls from rank, but I can control myself and adding more people there. I can't control, even with my working out, you guys, like I work out every day, but my nutrition has been shit. And I started even like beating myself up about that. I was like, you know what? You've gained weight like this far in your business. You should have a six pack. People probably are looking at you like, you know what I mean? And you just start beating yourself up instead of going, no, wait. I'm feeling this way. And what's really awesome is I have the tools that I need to move forward. And today I'm just going to eat better. And tomorrow I'm going to eat better. And the next day I'm going to eat better. And then it's going to start, you know, snowballing upon itself. And it just reminds me of like when Autumn, came to the team of, not the team event, but super weekend. And she was like, I have people lose 15 pounds in 3 weeks. Like if you want to like if you have 3 weeks and you can lose 15 pounds, like what can you do in 80 days, or what can you do in 60 days? Like you can do crazy things. She starts off this book showing somebody who lost 110 pounds in 1 year with just changing their nutrition, and so you start thinking it's these tiny little shifts and these tiny little changes that completely change your entire life. And as you do them, it's slowly shifting your brain into this better space too. And then you completely get rid of all of that overwhelm because you're on top of your game and doing what you're doing. But it's not a huge, huge thing that you have to do. It's just small tweaks within your day. So I would say if you're feeling any of that, you guys, start by doing your workout, drinking your shake, and starting taking better control of your nutrition, because it's not hard. We have containers. You can still have drinks. You can still have desserts. I'm like, I think of it, and I'm like, at the end of the day, it's so simple. I just have to fill a cup and throw it on my plate. Like, why, like, why don't you just do that? And then like, it's like, I just have to like follow up with some people and send out some invites. Like, it's so easy and it's so quick when you do it. And when you do it, get those yeses, and then it starts changing your business and changing your life. And it can happen so quickly. But it's just like drawing that line in the sand, being like, I'm done thinking about it. this is what I'm going to do. And so that was all I really wanted to talk about tonight, you guys, is just the actions that we can take in our business and how it's really just the vital behaviors. And if you are totally overwhelmed and you're like, I don't even know how to make a to-do list right now, don't worry about what you've done in the past. Don't worry about the posts that you've put up that you didn't reach out to the people who liked. You know, you don't have to go back months and months and months and start reaching out to these people that liked a post from a month ago. They're not going to know what the hell you're talking about anyways. They're going to be like, okay, great. I liked something of yours a month ago. So just start new. Act as if it's your first day of coaching, and go down your success starter tracker and be like, okay, I need to put up a post. I need to do my workout. I need to drink a shake. I need to feed my brain with something positive. I'm going to reach out for 20 minutes. I am going to follow up for 20 minutes. And I'm going to celebrate somebody that I see either on my team or in my group that's doing something amazing. And then just move on for the day. And I think that that's the only way that you can beat the overwhelm, is just by taking control of your mind and the action that you can take. But it's the lack of action that makes us feel insecure about what we're doing, makes us feel like, I don't even know how to coach anymore, like, and gives us all of these like crazy ideas. But at its core, most of you have had some sort of success with this business, whether it be helping one person or inspiring one person or ranking up or any of those things. And if you've done it once, you can do it multiple times, and you can do it times 10, right? So any questions, thoughts, ideas, shares that you guys want to share as well, or before we jump off? Agree to agree?
I was just gonna say that I've been feeling like that. I know the people on my team that I've talked to have been feeling like that, but you're absolutely right. Like today I was like, well, we're having a team call. We're doing a working team call. That's what I need. And I just was like, when you feel helpless, help somebody or add value to somebody's life. And so I just sent out some messages like, hey, it looks like you're having a great summer. And yeah, just tried to make somebody stay a little bit better and look at it that way.
I do a lot of good vibes messages when I'm feeling that way. Even if it's people I've already connected with or invited, whatever, just a lot of good vibes messages. Believe in karma. So I do a lot of that.
Yeah. You're welcome, Shaylee. I just read yours too. All right. I mean, I feel like it's like you almost want to call it like the summertime blues. Like, it's weird because, well, I think Autumn says it as well with like the container system, right? Like it's food freedom because you don't have to think about it. You don't have to weigh anything. You don't have to measure anything. You don't have to whatever, right? And people look at it like, oh my God, it's this controlled, like color coded shit that I have to use. And like, I don't want to be told what to do. But it's like, as more and more of our summer goes by and you have less and less of a schedule and things are all over the place and you have all these events and all these things that you're doing, it creates that chaos. And so that like, it's that period of time in your morning that you can control that gives you that freedom for the rest of the day to do the other things. And if we're just doing those little things every single day, even on days that we don't want to, you're going to avoid that mind fuck of like, oh shit, I'm not where I want to be, or I'm not doing what I'm supposed to, or just feeling really like on edge, because I always feel overwhelmed, anxiety ridden when I feel like what I've said I wanted isn't matching up with my actions. So I think that's what I have. Unless we have other shares or questions, I'm going to let you go so you can get some work done. Why is Ashley the cry faces?
Because it's so true. I've been like struggling hardcore with all the basics, and I'm just so pissed off. So thank you for lighting a fire. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Just remember not to be pissed off. Just take action instead. The energy spent on being like upset about it doesn't change anything. I loved that quote that I shared the other day that was like, if you can't do anything about it, don't let it take up space in your mind, like for worry, because it's just a waste of time and you could put that towards something else. So we all have the capacity to forget. And so I just wanted to remind, and I know it's like a super quick, super simple call, but I think that, for me, I needed it and I needed that reminder today. And so I just wanted to put that out there. So go do the vitals. Pretend like it's your first day of coaching. Tomorrow you can do more. I give you permission. Oh, and invite to Kaylin's sale. Did you want to say anything about that too before we jump off? Because I know not everybody was on when we were talking about it in the beginning.
Yeah, me and a couple other coaches are holding a flash sale on Wednesday. I'll post in the Fearless page, like the link and everything. But yeah, it's going to start at 9:00 you guys time. So 8:00 our time. And we made just a couple like specific packs. Like we have like a Mombi pack, on the go pack. And then we did like the 80-day obsession pack for like a get your ass in gear. We did the MBF deluxe pack, I think, for like the all in. So we just did a few specific packs for like back to school, tired moms with virtual learning, homeschooling, tired teachers, things like that. So we just put a couple of those together and that's what we're going to do.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I will tell you that just last little update too. We were going to try out that sneak peek format like a few weeks in a row before we rolled it out to the rest of the team. And we started it and then Meg moved and like then it was my birthday and now we're doing a sale group. So we're going to try it out next week. But from the first run of it, I have like a bunch of people that are interested and a couple signed up. So I do think it's going to work really well. And I think it's going to be a system that's super duplicatable within the downline. And so I'm pumped about it because I realized after we created the group that like Moira runs it with like one of her fellow coaches. And then like Erin runs it with Hannah. And then like everybody on their team like teams up in like twos and puts together little Facebook groups that go with the website. And then they like run it that way weekly. And clearly Moira's doing something right because she's in qual right now for like double superstar diamond or whatever. So like it's def working. And I know that it's been a game changer too, following up with these people through voice messenger, asking them if they took a peek at the website and just saying like, I'm here to answer any questions. If you want, we can chat right here or just jump on real quick. And I've got this, mentorship that I'm going to open on such and such a date. And I wanted to get you in there. I've had really good response to that. So, and upping my game with inviting to coaching by having that piece also is helping me to find like more builders. I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like 9 on the list that I think are going to sign up. So like, I think, once we nail that down, maybe in 2 weeks, we'll do a call on that too. And just teach you guys like what we're doing so that you can just like go run, crush it. And, we can start adding a lot more builders to this team. But we all know that when we create events, that's why I'm so pumped that Kaylin, you guys did that with the sale. We all know that when we create these events that we can all rally around and like invite people to, we as a team grow so much faster. So by creating these tools that we can just use these systems over and over and over again and have these templates and do these things, it's going to just like crush it for us. So I would love to see us end the rest of the year like super duper ridiculously strong by using these things. So just wanted to share that as well. But I know I'm going to wake up early tomorrow and start inviting to that sale group. Anybody who wants to jump on a link in the morning is welcome to join. I am going to crush my day before it gets crushed by everything else around me. All right, guys. I love you. I will talk to you guys in the team page.